Good golly, Miss Molly. We are here for another wow. I don't even know what to say. um yeah, if you clicked on this review and you've seen what I've seen and you're trying to process it and you haven't seen like episode 6 yet and you're still trying to process episode 5 like I am, you totally you get it. Like I know, like we're on the same wavelength. I can feel that happening. Um, we are feeling the same thing. Yeah, I'm Mac from MacTheMovieGuy.com, and this is my recap / review of Moon Knight episode 5. I don't even know really what to say. I should probably say, just in case you dropped in out of nowhere, I'm a blind film critic, so I really have no idea what my screen looks like when you watch my videos. I know they're super low tech. Sorry about that, but hopefully you like my lovely voice. So this week we've got we were left last week in a lurch. We were left last week in a place where I was like, wow, they're committing to this, because I thought when they went into the asylum part that they could have just mic dropped, like they could have just had them wake up in the asylum. They didn't need to stay there for very long. Like, I felt like that was a mic drop moment, but the fact that this series was so confident that it didn't need that as a mic drop moment, that it was so assured in its choices that it went forward and it gave us more time in the mental hospital, asylum, whatever he's in, medical facility, wherever Mark was when he woke up. That part was interesting last week and kind of blew my mind. And then this week we are back, and Mark and Steven are trying to figure some heavy stuff out. And man, this episode does not disappoint. Also, hi, welcome to Disney Plus. I was like, wow, this is on Disney Plus. Well, I guess the Netflix shows are on Disney Plus now, so why wouldn't this stuff be on Disney Plus? I was really, I always try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but let's say there are thematic elements in this film in this episode, for those of you who have not seen it. There are thematic elements that surprised me because of how serious they are, just from a Disney Plus standpoint. From a Marvel standpoint, I was surprised where they were going with something. But it's time we get more serious. And Moon Knight is the hero to do that. He's not like a kid-friendly, necessarily superhero. He's not as cuddly as some of the others are. So if they're going to do it with somebody, then might as well do it with Moon Knight. So, we definitely got more of Mark and Steven and their background, and answered a lot of questions of who and where and when and why. I feel like all of those things and how, all of those, we just got answers. This week was just answers to a lot of questions. And kind of heartbreaking conclusion, I would say. And I don't know where we're going to end up in episode 6. And I'm really kind of shocked that there's only one episode left. I don't know what else to say about that. I felt like episode 5 just data dumped us with backstory and the creation of and how we got here. And it was a phenomenal episode. And Oscar Isaac is doing such a great job here. If honestly, Oscar Isaac, I don't know what they're pushing this in. I'm hoping, I know he'll never get nominated for Best Drama at the Emmys, but they need to push it here so that way he can get 2 nominations, because I don't think he's going to get nominated for Moon Knight in limited series over his performance in Scenes from a Marriage, which would also be eligible this time around. I just don't see that happening. But he definitely deserves to have 2 nominations because he's phenomenal in both of these. So hopefully they're considering Moon Knight a multi-season show like Loki. And mainly because I want to see more Moon Knight also. But I can't believe there's 1 episode left. Like, if you're here and you've seen it, I'm sure you agree with me. Like, really, we're gonna actually be able to wrap all this up in 1 episode? Is it like a 2-hour episode? But yeah, we're down to 1. There's only 1 more episode left. And I found it really interesting too. And I don't know that this means anything because I know that a lot of the Marvel dates were shifted because of COVID. But I find it really interesting that Moon Knight is finishing up just right as Doctor Strange is debuting. And I wonder if that's a thing. Like, I wonder if Moon Knight's going to pop up or there's something happening in Moon Knight that we need to know about before Doctor Strange. Like, did they run this right up into Doctor Strange on purpose? I can't help but think about that. I can't help but wonder, is there going to be some sort of a connection? I have no idea if there is, so that's not a spoiler. It's just me guessing. But there's something very odd about the timing of those 2 things up against each other like that. So I love this episode. I love Moon Knight. The audio description continues to amaze me, how they are able to seamlessly jump back and forth between everything. I mean, this one, we got like shifts through time, and we were in different people's memories. It was less, the other episodes have had to struggle with who was controlling the body and the narration behind that, and watching Mark or Steven maybe through a reflection. But this one actually, I believe, is physically putting the 2 of them in the same space. So Oscar Isaac is literally standing next to Oscar Isaac. That makes it a little bit easier to develop because you can describe Mark and Steven as 2 separate characters, even though they're played by the same actor, sort of like, I don't know, Parent Trap. So I think that made it a little bit easier, but this episode is also all over the place in many other ways. Just the constant leaps through time and space and sanity. I don't know how else to describe it. So the narration continues to impress and amaze me. This definitely has above average audio description. I don't know if they're audio description awards, but I would highly consider Moon Knight because I consider this to be a show that has a high level of difficulty and it consistently delivers every week. I always feel like I get great, just perfect audio description from the series. I know what people look like. I know what characters are in the scenes. I'm never lost. It's just great audio description. So this is another great Moon Knight episode. It's consistently blowing my mind. And I'm so sad that there's 1 episode left, but I know that based on the fact that we only have 1 episode left and where we left off, and it feels like that there's just an infinite amount of stuff left to do, this next episode is going to blow my mind. And it might even end on a Loki cliffhanger. You know, we might not get resolution. I'm fully ready for that because it has a lot to accomplish in 1 episode. So I'm giving it an A. I've given, I think, almost every single episode of Moon Knight an A, if not every episode. So nothing's changing. This is an A. If you also like Moon Knight, go ahead and throw me a like and a subscribe. Helps the algorithm. The more subscribers I have, the more people get to know that I'm talking about audio description, which helps our community. If you're still here and you're a visually impaired individual, let's get the word out. I'm trying to do something here for blind people in advancing audio description. So that's what I got. So check out more from me on macthemovieguy.com. And as always, you can head over to the Audio Description Project. They are a great resource. I use them quite frequently to find out if something's ever been audio described on anywhere. Before I yell at a streaming service for not providing an audio description, I'm like, is is it described somewhere else, like on a DVD or on iTunes or Google Play or something like that, and then I go and yell at my streaming service. So it's very useful. Anyway, I'll see you next week, if my mind is still intact after the season or series, I don't know what it is, finale of Moon Knight. I forget if this is limited or season 1. So really hoping this is a multi-season show. So we'll see. But until then, may Khonshu be in your favor.